So, hello everybody, this is the Berliner Ensemble calling from Berlin, Germany. We are very glad to be part of this online theatre network, LT21, and be part of the platform festival Stories from Europe. A big thank you to our colleagues in Stockholm, Dramaten Theatre, and in the Thalia Theater in Hamburg who are organizing this festival and allowing us to come together and meet on our couches, at least, in a time where we cannot meet each other in person. I think our talk is the perfect example for that. I would like to shortly introduce ourselves. My name is Virag. I'm in charge of the international relations of the theatre. In times of peace, that means organizing tours. In times of pandemic, it means organizing tours like this. So now we are on a tour with our fantastic production, the Caucasian Chalk Circle. And I have got two of my excellent colleagues here with me who have got a lot to do with this production. Stefanie Reinsperger, member of our ensemble since 2017, who is playing the main role in the Caucasian Chalk Circle, the Grusche. Hi, Steffi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
And our other guest is Michael Thalheimer, the director of the Chalk Circle. He is a renowned opera and theatre director who is also regularly working with our ensemble and the regular guest of the Berliner Ensemble. Hi, Michael.
Hi, hello. Nice for having me, and greetings to Dramaten Stockholm and to Thalia Theater in Hamburg.
So, maybe a few words about the Chalk Circle. It is one of the gems of our repertory. It has been in the repertory since the very beginnings. It is a text by our founding father, Bertolt Brecht. And this is the text that he first staged in 1954 when he moved with his ensemble into the very house of the Berliner Ensemble as we know it today. This version of the Chalk Circle that we are showing at Stories from Europe is from September 2017 and has been subject to international invitations from all around the world. We have been with this piece of art to China, Bujen International Theatre Festival, to Cuba, Havana. We have been to Budapest, Hungary, to Voronezh in Russia, to Istanbul in Turkey. We have been really a lot around, and this is also very typical for the Chalk Circle. Brecht has also traveled a lot with his version of this text. So we are just continuing this amazing tradition. And I wanted to ask you, Steffi, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what it feels like to be on the stage in different countries, in different cultures, and play this very intense and very intimate role of the Grusche.
Well, first of all, for me, it's really crazy listening to you talking about all these trips, because it's like, wow, we haven't done that in a really long time. And actually, my last big trip was with the Caucasian Chalk Circle to China. So it's really quite emotional. And I have to say, I think it's always a really big honor to come to another country and be part of a festival and have the opportunity to exchange our knowledge, how we interpret plays and roles. And I always recognize what a great freedom we have. For me, of the most intense trips were in Turkey, in Istanbul. Playing there was really, really emotional because there were a lot of actors in the audience, and they talked about that they could never play, especially women couldn't play like me on the stage, covered in blood and showing their emotions. And I'm really, really grateful to be living and working in a country where that is possible. And the other trip that really will ever stick in my memory was to Cuba, because the people were so grateful that a German production could be able to play there. They renovated the theater so we could take place there. And yes, I think it's always something you have to treat other theater with great respect, because it's their theater and they give us a home for these times we're here. And to talk with the audiences in other countries is so intense because everybody watches it different. And for other countries, they have other topics that are important for them, and it changes through times and through the crisis. And I am also very sure if we can play theater again, please, soon, the people will watch the play different also in Germany.
Yeah, thank you. It's also very interesting for me, this shift of the focus, and also within the Caucasian Chalk Circle. The original text is 4 hours long, and Michael, you have made a very concentrated, like a distillation of this material with your ensemble of less than 2 hours. And also the set design is very, very minimalistic. There is no set design. This is why we are so flexible with this production. We just take our 11 supplementary luggages on the plane with us, with the theater blood and with the costumes, and there we go, flying from Berlin through Paris, through Cuba, through Toronto to China. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about this very reduced aesthetics of the work. What happened to the set design, for instance? Where did it go?
Okay, I tried to give an answer. It's not so easy, because the set design happens by accident, I think. I work, as you know, nearly almost with my stage designer, Olaf Altmann, and I love his work very much, and we are very close together. But sometimes it happens that the text or my work during the rehearsal time is going in a different direction. And so it happens with the kaukasische Kreidekreis, that 2 weeks before the first night, I decide just to throw the stage away, because I have the feeling I would like, it gives me more the opportunity to concentrate more on the actors, and with the actors I can concentrate more on the story of Bertolt Brecht. And I was not thinking about guest plays that is cheap and easy. It's just happened by accident, and know where to go with this piece on stage.
Maybe both of you can mention 1 or 2 elements of our touring history, something that has touched you, a beautiful moment or memory that you have taken with you from China or from Hungary or from Turkey.
Okay, maybe I can start. As Stefanie said, it was a wonderful trip, and for me the same. Wuzhen was my last huge trip, and I'm looking forward to travel around in the future, hopefully with theater once again. For me, one of the greatest moments has been in Cuba, in Havana, because there I really recognized how many things these audience know about the work of Bertolt Brecht, and especially of the kaukasische Kreidekreis. And there was Olaf Reese and me, we get the Cuban States Prize for Art. And there was a meeting with audience and discussion about Bertolt Brecht. And there I recognized how much they know about our work and Bertolt Brecht. And this was for me a wonderful experience to be together nearly a whole day with the audience to discuss theater. And this was a wonderful moment for me.
Steffi?
Yes, well, I also have to say, I will never forget the applause in Cuba. It's something, the lights went out, and yeah, there is actually somewhere, there is, I think, a little video clip, because somebody from the Berliner Ensemble filmed it from the side. It was so, not only was it loud, but it was so thankful, respectful, and emotional. And it was so hot. I remember it was so hot. It was really exhausting to play, because I have this like wool jacket on. It was like the whole show was like a workout. But listening to that noise after playing and seeing in those faces, and they welcomed us with so much gratitude and love. And I really think we can learn a lot of that, because I had the feeling that these people, they have so little, and they are willing to share it all with us. And that's something I really take from this trip. And the other thing I have to say, because we went from Cuba to Wuzhen in China, which is like it's so a complete different culture, and the people watch theater very different. And in China, we actors were told before playing, don't be surprised, because it's just not a habit to applaud a lot. The audience does it once and then it's over, but that doesn't mean they don't like it or they are disrespectful. It's just a habit. And I mean, that's okay, you know, it's their culture. And it wasn't like that at all. We were finished and people were standing and screaming. And afterwards we went through the stage door and there were women crying. The leader of the festival said he hasn't seen a reaction like this in a really, really, really long time. So that's also something I really take with me in my heart.
Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps here because
I want to play again if I talk like that. Really, I'm like, please let us on stage again.
Yeah,
we will do it. We can do it.
Indeed, I hope we can. And also in this context, we have so many beautiful memories. I think traveling around the world, it is not a l'art pour l'art thing. It also has artistic added value. I, as a tour manager, always take some very enriching experiences with me from our travels. Is it the same for you as the artistic crew, as actors, as actresses, as directors? Are you loaded with new energy and inspiration, or is it more like, wow, another week around the world? It was very exhausting. Like, which part dominates?
Well, I think it's a bit of both, but one thing is really, it's not a holiday going on tour. It's work. And for me, I know the first tours with this play, I was always staying in my hotel room because I was so nervous. And I was like, no, I cannot do a tour bus thing or something. I have to concentrate. And with more and more tours, and especially because we, as the ensemble, we are really close and we are getting more used to that, playing on a really little stage, on a really big one. But I think it's really, really important that we exchange culture and that we don't stop with it, because we can learn so much more about other countries. I mean, sometimes I was really shocked to learn that people are not allowed to say what they want in the audience if we talk about a play afterwards. So we are like a mirror, and we can help to provide a discussion about politics. And the other way around, I know Micha and we went to look at the other play in China from a different country. And it's really interesting in both ways to see how other countries approach a play and texts and figures. And to have that possibility in international festivals is so important. And I'm really longing and wishing that we don't give that up.
We won't.
I absolutely agree with Stefanie. It's a wonderful description from Stefanie. And there's one more effect, I think. It has also an effect on their own theater. When you're traveling around with the ensemble and the technicians, and you make the same experience in different countries, and you're invited as guests, so you're not a tourist, and you really work there. And this experience you share together with the whole ensemble of the theater, it has an effect on the theater at its own. So it's great to have it. It's great to do it. And everybody learns a lot by these guest plays in other countries.
Yeah, it is definitely forging us into a team. It is really has a team building character.
Yes.
Yeah. So on this note, this is going to be a bit of a provocative question, my last one, and I already know the answer. Do you think that meetings like this one now, meeting on the screen in 2D, can ever replace meeting in person?
No, never.
No, I want to
feel it right now.
No.
I'm a little bit sad because I'm sitting here in Berlin, in the Berliner Ensemble, in the theater room on my own. Virak, you are in the next room because of the coronavirus. Stefanie is in Vienna or nearby Vienna. So, no, I want to meet people. I want to hug them. I want to have the audience. I want to go in restaurants and bars and cinemas. So, yes, no. Yeah. The answer is absolutely no.
No. I'm absolutely with Micha. Of course, I mean, I have to say my family lives in Austria, and during especially the first lockdown, I was really, really thankful to have the possibility to see them on a screen, because I have never seen my family, not for such a long time. But everything with work, it's just, for me, I do theater because I love people. I love being around people. I love discussing. I love to be loud and impatient. And on the screen, it's so unsexy for me.
Yeah, I'm also completely agreeing with you, although I'm not standing on the stage, but behind it. But I do miss, in my home office at home, I do miss the interaction with the colleagues. It is really something very beautiful in theater to have so many different domains together, from the technicians through the lighting, through all the different departments. It's a very nice synergy that I miss. Well, let's hope that we can soon meet again in person. Michael, with you, I will soon meet with my mask on in the corridor. Steffi, with you, hopefully next week. For now, I would like to thank you very much for being with me here today, and send our warmest regards to all our spectators of stories from Europe and in Europe and beyond, hopefully. And see you as soon as possible. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Virad.
Bye. Thank you.